One of the worst things about social media and the internet, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good things about it. But one of the worst things about it is giving people a false sense of righteousness, a false sense that they're right and they have the ability to go to other people's posts just to tell them how wrong they are, even though they don't know the whole story because they don't even know that person. That person could be describing something differently and not explaining it right. There could be a ton of things. I'm not saying don't make your post and say what you want to say. I believe in free speech. I believe in freedom of beliefs. But I see a lot of people jumping on other people's posts just to tell them how wrong they are and say hateful comments. I don't get it. Why so much hate? So what? Something seems stupid to you. Who cares? You may be the idiot and just not smart enough to understand. I mean, what's the purpose of doing it? And I see a lot of it, especially in the stuff I write or I speak, because I talk a lot about Christianity. And I know a lot of people disagree with me. I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me at all. But what I don't understand is why people that profess to be Christians are not actually doing things the way Jesus did it. Did he say things that were contradictory to what the Pharisees would say? Yes. But did he go to the churches the of everybody else just to tell them how wrong they are? No. They came to him. He didn't feel the need to go and bash people. He knew that wouldn't do any good because you get very self-defensive whenever somebody approaches you and tells you you're wrong. Even if you realize that they're right, but your natural instinct is to defend yourself. So why go to somebody to do that when all it's going to do is cause a discourse, get people pissed off? I mean, it's great having a conversation, a civilized conversation. Well, why do you think this? What about this? That stuff makes sense. But I've had people go on, well, that's just stupid. What? Just because you're not smart enough to understand it, you think it's stupid? Or what if it is stupid? What if it is completely ridiculous? So, let me be ridiculous. Let other people be ridiculous. I've never gone to somebody else's video and post just to tell them how wrong they are. Even if I completely disagree. And I've seen some posts that people were just dumb. And it was stuff that I knew about as a police officer. They'd talk about cop stuff and they're completely wrong. But I don't go and say, well, you're just an idiot. You want to know why the world's so divided? That. It's not because we have different opinions, because the world has always been people with different opinions, different beliefs. I had a conversation with this gentleman. I'm moving back to the country, and I decided to meet one of the neighbors that lived a couple of miles away. And that I'm in one of them areas where your neighbor is a couple of miles away. And he was an older black man, about 78 years old, tending to his horses. I walk out there, I start having a conversation with him. He's a Vietnam vet. We're talking, and we're completely on the opposite spectrum of politics. I mean, he absolutely cannot stand Republicans. He blames everything on them. But I didn't feel the need to say, well, this. I mean, he completely hates Trump and thinks Biden is the best thing. The only better president than Biden was FDR. That was his belief, and that's fine. I didn't tell him he was wrong. I didn't say, well, what about this, this, this? He thinks Biden did more for this country than anybody. But I didn't feel the need to tell him how wrong he was, because what would it matter? What would it change? There's a time and place to have civil discourse about conversations about why you believe what you believe and they believe what they believe. But you don't need to always tell people that they're wrong, that you need to put them in their place. Now, that's different than having your own platform to tell people the way you believe, and you can tell people that other people are wrong. That's fine. You're not going to that person to tell them that. People have to come to you to even hear you say it. And if they don't like the message, scroll on. But people don't seem to understand. A lot of people. There's a lot of people that do understand that. But people only hear the loudest voices. And the loudest voices are people being hateful. Now, I've got a lot of compliments, a lot of people saying how much that they appreciate, and most of the appreciation comes in instant messaging. They don't say it publicly. Why? Because it's hard to publicly say what you want to say, because you have so many bullies out there that are going to tell you how wrong you are and how you're going to hell and how you need to repent. You're bullies. People are afraid to give their own opinion because they don't want to deal with the hecticness, the angry, the hate. People don't want to deal with that. So they don't tell their opinion, which actually makes these people even grow even bigger, because the only other people they hear are the people that agree with them, because nobody wants to disagree with them, because then it starts an argument. Who needs that kind of evil and hatefulness in their life? Who needs that negativity? Believe what you want to believe. That's fine. Say it in your own platform. Scream it at the top of the roof and tell people, hey, I think these people are idiots. This is what I believe, and it's the right way. Say that. But don't go to somebody else just to tell them that they're an idiot and you know the answers. That's not helping anything. It's not going to change anything. It's just causing unwanted, unnecessary discourse. Hey guys, I want to personally thank everyone for liking and sharing my videos. If you want to continue to see my content, all you got to do is press that subscribe button, and I'll notify you as soon as a new video comes out. I don't get paid for any of this. So if you want to buy some of my merch, like my shirts, like Jesus is a Badass or my Don't Be a Dick shirt, you can easily go to my merch store, which is at sogtv.org, which I will have it in the description at every video. So push that, go buy yourself a shirt. I appreciate it. Have a blessed day, and I will see you at the next episode. Thank you. Stay in peace. Stay in love.